Blood tests are some of the most accurate evidence of your blood alcohol concentration, but it's also very difficult for the state to admit those tests into evidence. I'm Patrick Apple, a DWI attorney at Dummett Fraden. There are 3 types of blood tests in a DWI case. There's a hospital blood draw, there's a statutory blood draw, and there's a blood draw pursuant to a search warrant. The first, a hospital blood draw, is most likely done by a nurse and likely arose out of a wreck case. The second, a statutory blood draw, is done by a chemical analyst, and you probably consented in this situation. The third is done pursuant to a search warrant when there's been a willful refusal, and this is ordered by a magistrate or a judge. Each test is different, each is taken by a different person, and each has different rules of reliability and admissibility. You're probably wondering if you could refuse a blood test. In the first situation, a hospital blood draw, you can refuse that. In the second situation, a statutory blood draw, this is done pursuant to a chemical analyst, you can refuse that also. Unfortunately, in the third situation with a search warrant, this is pursuant to an order from a court by a judge or a magistrate, and you cannot refuse these tests. So the state has your blood. Does that automatically mean you're going to be found guilty of a DWI? Absolutely not. There are all sorts of ways to challenge the results of a DWI blood test. One of the ways to challenge the results of a blood test is to attack chain of custody. The state needs to show that that blood that they took from your arm is the same blood they're offering as evidence of your impairment. That blood may have passed through the mail, it has gone through a number of hands, it's been stored in a lab, and it's identical to any other blood that they had at that same lab. Blood is a biological substance. It's subject to contaminants, it's subject to breaking down, it must be stored properly, it must be maintained properly, it must be sealed properly. We raise these issues when we challenge the results of blood tests. These are just 2 of the many ways to challenge the results of a blood test. If you've had your blood seized and are facing a DWI, contact Dummett Fraden so that we can review your blood case and begin developing a trial strategy tailored to your case.